Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to cover about BPCC-114, that is Counseling Psychology's practical guide or practical component. This is your third year course, or I should say sixth semester course. The practical component is for 2 credits, and it is mandatory for you to complete this to pass your BAPCH program. So in this video, I will tell you what are the practicals that you have to do, what are the tests, what are the report, and how to write a report, and how to even prepare for your Viva. In this video, we are going to focus more on the practical file component. If you want me, I can create a separate video on how to prepare for Viva. Just drop it down in the comments. So let's start. For this practical components, you must have attended 3 hours of practical sessions each, right? Attendance is compulsory, and even it has your marks in the internal assessment as well. So what are the practical activities in this subject? First one is psychological test, and second was one is case history, interviewing, and diagnostic formulation. So in psychological test, you have to choose any one of the given tests. In this, you have three tests given. So you may choose anyone, or your study center will tell you what to do, right? Uh, so in our practical, we did SCT, that is sentence completion test. So you may be given that or the other one. So what is the format for that? You have to follow this format. You have to first write the title, then objective, then the introduction, test description, material required, participants profile, procedure and administration, including report, instructions, and precautions. And then you have to do the scoring and interpretation. Then you have to discuss the result, and then conclude what you have find out in the report, right? The references are also compulsory, and that too in the APA format. So what is APA format? That is given in your book. I will tell you where to find it at the end of this video. And so what is the second practical in this subject? The second practical is case history and diagnostic formulation. So it has three components. First is case history, second is interviewing, and third is diagnostic formulation. So what is the format of the report that you have to write? First you have to write how you found the case, what you have wrote in that. Then you have to write the case history, and then again the interview process, what you followed, how you did the interview, did you use questionnaires or anything else that you may have used. And then at last you have to diagnose what you can find based on the symptoms, case history, and patterns. So apart from these two practicals, what you have to do is add these things in the file, and that too is compulsory. So title page, certificate, acknowledgement, psychological test report, case history report, and self reflection. So you can find these three at the end of your books. You may print out, you may take a printout, or you can do the photocopy also. So how is this practically evaluated? It is a total 100 marks, and 50 marks are internal and 50 marks are external, in which the 70% weightage is of internal evaluation and 30% weightage is of external evaluation. So what is internal evaluation? Internal evaluation is the attendance, have you conducted or not the practical, and third is practical notebook. So each of these contain some marks, that is 5, 30, and 15 respectively. Then what does the external evaluation conclude? It can have practical conduction on a participants, answer writing on a paper, and then viva voice. So in some cases they only take the Viva and skip the first two parts. In that case, the Viva only will be of 50 marks, right? So you have to prepare accordingly. You can ask your study center how is the external evaluation going, right? So what you have to do is you have to first register for the exam of practical while registering for other exams, right? And then you have to make a practical file, submit it, sign it by the academic counselor. So what is the passing marks? Passing marks is 35 out of 100, and Viva is compulsory, report is compulsory, and taking a participant can be compulsory or can be your choice, right? Re-evaluation इसमें नहीं होता है. If you fail this exam, you have to give it again, right? There is no limit. Exam window क्या है इसकी? So for June session, it is from 1st July to 14 August, and for July session, it is for 1st January to 15th February. Right. It can also vary depending on the study center. So what are the tips that I will give you? I will give you that attend the practical classes. These are important. You can get very much insights about the practicals by attending these only. Right. And submit the notebook. Prepare well for the Viva. Right. The one that you are going to write, you have to prepare that like by heart. You know, have to know everything about it. The examiner can ask anything from it, and then you have to carry your Aadhaar card or any other government ID. So if you follow these tips, you may be able to pass the practicals, but only if you study, right? Because the Viva is totally on the examiner. He may ask anything from the practical. So I think that is it from my side. So let me show you where you can find the practical guide in your book. Wait a minute. So I hope you can see it. This is block 6 of your BPCC 114 subject book. In this, everything is written that whatever I have shared before. So it is of 2 credits, it is of 100 marks, 50 internal, 50 external, how to write the practical notebook, what is the evaluation scheme, और what is case history, interviewing and diagnostic. तो ये सब आप इसमें से पढ़ सकते हो, राइट? सो आई होप आप लोगों को ये समझ में आया होगा. सो फॉर्मेट क्या होने वाला है रिपोर्ट टेस्ट का, प्रैक्टिकल 1 का, दैट इज टाइटल, objective, introduction, description, material required, participant profile, procedure and administration. So in procedure and administration you have to write all of these things, right? Do not skip any of this. Then you have to after write these two in the procedure and administration only. At the end you have to write a conclusion, reference also. So what is the format of APA? You have to first write the books, then articles, then book chapter, and then at last websites, right? So for second practical, you have to write the case history, interviewing process, diagnostic formulation. So what to include in case history? You have to include these details in case history, and in the interview outline, you have to include these, right? Identification data, information related to the problem, and family setting, client's present life situation, personal history, and description of client during the interview, right? This can be skipped if it is not a family counseling, right? And then at last summary of the interview. Then you have to write the diagnostic formulation. So you have to do these things. First you have to learn about the case history, then take interview, practice interview skills, then formulate a diagnosis based on the case history and interview. सो इसका फॉर्मेट ये होगा, राइट? मैंने आपको बता दिया केस हिस्ट्री में क्या लिखना है, इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस में क्या लिखना है, देन एट लास्ट डायग्नोस्टिक फॉर्मुलेशन में आपको लिखना है जो भी आपने एनालाइज किया है फ्रॉम द सिम्टम्स और द इंटरव्यू इटसेल्फ. सो आई थिंक दैट वाज इट फॉर टुडे. दिस आल्सो आई हैव टोल्ड यू. So these are the appendix that I told about in the earlier part of this video. You may find them at the end of your books. That is BPCC 114 Counseling Psychology. Wait a minute, let me see if I can show you the example of the practical file. I found one online. So wait a minute. Yes, I hope you can see it. So this is the file I found online. So what is your format? You have to write the aim, introduction. Just take a minute. Right, aim, introduction, then उसके बाद description of test. ये सब आपको इस तरीके से लिखना है. If you want me to share this file with you, you can comment. I will share this on the Telegram group. I hope this video helped you. And if you need any detailed video on any of the practical, you may just comment down and I'll make the video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.